For anybody tuning in now, we are waiting on the spectator delay, and then we will be live with the Dunwoody Hawks Varsity League of Legends team facing off against East Kentucky University Maroon. This match has been a long time coming. It's a reschedule. The records going into this, we have EKU 5-0 and the Hawks 5-1. So this should be close. We can talk about the bands a little bit. Jackie, how do you think the bands stack up against each other pre-match?
I'm really surprised that Eastern Kentucky decided to not ban a character to start off. I don't understand why they would decide to do this when they could like actively ban one of the characters that is frequently played by the Dunwoody Hawks. For example, Karma. Karma is a pretty common pick that we have that wasn't picked this match for other reasons. However, I feel like them deciding not to ban a character is kind of a throw.
Agreed. It'll be interesting. We're at 24 seconds on the spectator delay. In the meantime, if you haven't followed our socials, they are on the screen right now. Please do so. Stay up to date with our matches on Twitter and Instagram. Watch past matches on YouTube and see live matches on Twitch. Alright, we will be hopping into the game in about 10 seconds here.
As for the champion picks from both teams, I think the draft definitely favors Dunwoody here, due to the Elise and Pantheon being very strong in the early game, along with Renekton being a good lane bully. It seems that the Dunwoody roster is relying mainly on being able to win out in the early game and prevent the enemy team from scaling into the late. Eastern Kentucky has a much harder scaling team compared to Dunwoody Hawks. However, if the Hawks are able to win out in the early game, they're not going to be able to get to that later portion of the game.
Having a little bit of trouble loading into the game here. I'm going to... There we go.
Alright, and it looks like we're finally getting into the game.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Eastern Kentucky with Gwen on top side. Volibear jungle, Annie mid, Kaisa bot with Nautilus support. And on the side of Dunwoody, we've got Renekton top side, Elise in the jungle, Pantheon mid, Varus bot, and Renata as the support. Looks like no team's going to do any crazy invades to start off with. And everyone's just going to be getting ready for laning phase.
Sometimes I think Minions has spawned.
You know, neither team acting that aggressively right off the bat. I just noticed. Sometimes they'll all go in when they're feeling a little confident, but there's been some back and forth competitive banter between these two teams. I think they'll both play a little conservatively to start out.
I would like to see Dunwoody get a little bit more aggressive here due to the early game strengths of their comp, with the mid lane and jungle having some very, very winning matchups. That's going to be starting off pretty slowly. Over in the bot side, it's just going to be a little bit of poking out. The win condition for Eastern Kentucky is definitely this Kaisa pick and the Annie in the mid lane. There's going to be a lot of CC and a lot of tanks supporting that Kaisa and just trying to keep her alive. Meanwhile, top side, we just have a little bit of skirmishing going on, so and he's just gonna get a nice bit of damage off. And Karibu's gonna be getting a lot of damage off onto the Gwen. Gwen isn't very strong early. Renekton is gonna be a strong lane bully up against her. And Karibu's going in on the Sky's Descendant over on the top side. Lands a massive stun off. And the Gwen's just gonna be getting to back off right there. A little bit aggressive there. Back in bot lane, we just have a little bit of farming and poking out. Looks like Icky Coffee and Bubble are just going to continue pushing these waves in. They clear this wave and they get a little bit of a root off onto the Nautilus, and a lot of damage ends up on him. But back in the mid lane, we have Zeus going in for a combo, but takes a lot of damage. But it does cost the Annie her flash, due to the presence of the Elise coming mid. In bot lane though, we just have Bubble continuing to chip off this minion wave here. Dunwoody had a pretty commanding lead early on, and another grasp landing on the Nautilus, and the hook is gonna land, which is actually gonna be devastating. But Nautilus barely lives, and oh, the Q snipe from Bubble is going to end up with first blood given to Dunwoody. A little bit of an overextend by that Nautilus there, getting a little bit too greedy for his own good, results in giving away first blood for Dunwoody.
Good start off the bat though by Dunwoody. We like seeing that. We get a little bit of a gold difference, about 500, you know, less than 4 minutes in.
It is nice that the bot lane is getting a little bit of a lead here.
Yeah.
Bubble is really the only scaler on the Dunwoody side, so it's nice that he's able to get that extra gold in his pocket in the early game. Top side, we have Karibu going in on Sky's Descent and manages to back off and get a lot of damage off as well. Looks like Gwen's just going to be getting back top side, and the lanes are just going to reset. Zeus continuing to do a lot of damage towards this mid wave. I'm hoping that Elise decides to path towards this mid or bot side again, and maybe get another gank off, because this Annie is missing her stun. And ooh, they both stun each other. No damage goes off there, but now Zeus is just going in and trying to get as much damage off on Annie as possible. Lots of damage being done on both sides, but it looks like it's not going to result in much. And we have Elise going in towards the jungle, into the enemy jungle right now. Maybe she'll be able to land a cocoon through the wall. Lands a cocoon through the wall, and as well with the other stun by Pantheon, and they manage to get another kill on the Annie mid. Dunwoody Hawks with 2 kills against Eastern Kentucky. That's another massive kill, and it's going to benefit Dunwoody massively here, as their team comp is mainly revolving around winning out in the early game with these strong lane bullies. Back on the bot side, Icky Coffee on the Renata trying to get a little bit aggressive there. They're respecting the aggression though. Oh, but literal Pineapple goes in with that Nautilus Q and gets a lot of damage, and Icky Coffee manages to land a free root off, and the exhaust is going to be ending up on the Kaisa, and lots of damage is ending up on the ADC. And it looks like Bubble is taking a lot of damage, but manages to back off there. Not landing the Q, but still looking ahead in the bot lane. Topside's seeing the least action for sure. I'm wondering if the Luck on the Elise is going to try to get some more work done towards the top side. Karibu's going to land another stun off and get more chip damage. Zeus is also going in for a lot of damage here too. Huge damage done by Zeus.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what's happening up top here.
Bot's going to be getting ganked by the enemy volley there, and it's going to be taking a lot of damage, and Bubble's going to be...
Bubble will go down.
Bubble's going to end up dying there, being a little bit too aggressive towards that bot side, not respecting the enemy jungler. Volley Bear there, coming in with a massive gank through the unwarded jungle, and ending up killing Bubble there. little bit of an overextend there by Dunwoody. Eastern Kentucky capitalizing off of that with the gank from Volibear. Top is still playing relatively passive. And after the death of Bubble, it's going to result in the Eastern Kentucky getting a free Ocean Drake bot side. Both teams are looking relatively even here. Eastern Kentucky with a dragon advantage. Reeve getting a little bit of damage off towards Sky's Ascendant, just managing to back off here. Reeve doesn't want to overextend too much. We just have Karibu continuing to farm up in this top side, and he manages to land a massive Q onto the enemy Gwen. Gwen's gonna be going in again. Karibu's just backing out now. Karibu goes for an ult, and Gwen goes in for a solo kill with the ultimate! Needle's doing a lot of damage there, and Karibu's not respecting that.
EKU
It's gonna result in another death.
Yeah, that was huge for Kentucky. They pulled ahead. You know, they really don't have that much of a gold difference, but...
Yeah, Eastern Kentucky also got that kill mid against Zeus. Zeus probably getting a little bit more aggressive there. And not respecting the stun of Annie. Iki Coffee landing a grasp off, and Bubble's gonna be landing a little bit of a combo there, a little bit of damage onto the enemy Nautilus. Elise is just in the tri-brush right now. I'm wondering if she's gonna be able to get a gank off. It looks like nothing's gonna result in the Elise being down there. Back in topside, Karibu's trying to go in for a little bit more damage against Sky's Descent again. And Nautilus lands a massive hook on the Varus, and Varus throws in an ult as well. And the Elise, from coming in from the jungle, is also going to land another Cocoon and get the kill on the enemy Kai'Sa. Karibu in the top side getting ganked by the enemy Volibear, however, managing to live and just going back on the tower. And Nautilus is going to end up queuing and hooking onto the wall, which is going to result in his own death. That hook on that wall actually probably led to his death there because he got closer to the enemy Elise, which gave him a free Cocoon there. Some questionable hooks by this Nautilus. Many of them landing, but not having the desired effect. Back in mid though, we just have Zeus and Annie continuing to duke it out, and it looks like Zeus is not going to expect the gank from the enemy jungler, but Elise is also going to try to bail him out. However, there's not going to be any response there. This is going to result in a free kill for Eastern Kentucky on Zeus in the mid lane. But we have Elise here just picking up the rest of these waves here. And the Volibear was able to grab that Rift Herald earlier on, and now they're going to be able to storm this mid tower and just get a lot of damage and a lot of plates off. That's going to give a lot of gold towards Dunwoody, and it looks like Elise is just going to have to run away as the Volibear ults onto the tower. Icky Coffee's coming back mid to show a little bit of presence and try to help the siege. Karibu and Glenn are both topside, just continuing to farm. Karibu's guys back up against the turret right now, just trying to collect this wave here and then probably back. Gwen's gonna do the same, and the top side just gonna reset. Four for 4 right now. Eastern Kentucky with a small lead up against Dunwoody. It's mainly revolving around that Annie mid here, being able to win out in the mid lane, frankly, against this Pantheon. The CS differential is actually quite large right now in the mid lane, 73 against 64. A good amount of gold is going to be going towards that Annie. But on the side of Dunwoody, a lot of the gold is actually concentrated in that Varus. So he's going to be quite strong going into this early to mid game transition. And it looks like Iki Coffee's just sitting in this bush right now, trying to land off a...
Well, he did just level up, so there's a little bit of a strategy there, I suppose.
Back in mid lane, we just have a little bit more trading and damage going off, though. Zeus continuing to get a little bit of damage off. trying to farm up. This Pantheon's not going to be that useful in the mid game though, or in the late game. So Dunwoody's probably going to try to close it out in the mid. Iki Coffee does manage to land a little bit of damage on Nautilus. And both of the junglers are towards the bot side right now. There might be some action towards this bot side, but it looks like everybody's just going to be falling back. And he's going to land a stun off on Zeus, and Zeus is going to be going in right now, trying to get a lot of damage off. And Zeus doesn't realize that he's being ganked by the Volibear, and with the flash, he has to respond with his own flash, and he's going to end up dying and falling due to the Volibear in the mid lane, coming in for the gank through the jungle. Zeus there just not respecting the Annie stun, and not being aware of where the Volibear could be, is going to result in him dying for free there. Back in bot lane though, we just have Iki Coffee and Bubble continuing to farm, with us Elise showing a lot of presence there. And it looks like Eastern Kentucky is going to manage to get another dragon for free. All 5 players of Eastern Kentucky right now in this bot side jungle. And now they're going to reset with 2 dragons to 0. We have Zeus trying to go in on the Annie again. Iki Coffee manages to land a Rudolph, and Bubble is also going to land his ult, and Iki Coffee is going to throw his own Renata ult onto the Nautilus, and he's going to be left at 1 HP, and I'm wondering if he's going to be able to get another Q off in time, but he's got so little mana, he's just not able to land another Q, and Nautilus is going to be able to barely live after hooking that wall to pull himself closer and escape towards his own tower.
Good push by Bubbles, though. They should be able to...
And it looks like Zeus is going to be overextending again, though. The Volibear ganking this mid lane again and again because we just don't play safe in the mid lane. We're just getting a little bit too aggressive there. Bot side's able to get a lot of damage off on that turret, but mid's also going to be able to get that turret in mid for free. Top side, we just have Gwen going up against Karibu here, and Karibu is getting a lot of damage off, and it looks like we also have Lusky going in for a gank. The Elise is going to be able to get a little bit of damage off and get that assist on to Gwen. Gold going over to Karibu though, and now he's going to be able to get that top side turret. Most likely for free. Our enemy Volibear is roaming towards the top side. And the Rift Herald is up, and it looks like Karibu's backing up a little bit, trying not to overextend. But as I say that, the Volibear broke the Bloom Plant, showing his position, and Karibu is just not aware of the map. Doesn't realize that he's going to be getting ganked by this Volibear, but he's able to manage to land a lot of damage off against the Volibear. Karibu is just going to be running away, and the lifesteal is going to help him a lot. However, he's just not going to be able to escape from the Volibear. Volibear getting another solo kill there. The enemy jungle and the enemy Annie, or Eastern Kentucky's Volibear and Annie are both 2-0 and 3-1 right now, getting a lot of the kills from Eastern Kentucky. Lusk right now is trying to contest this Rift Herald and is going to probably manage to land a solo kill, uses the cocoon to dodge the ultimate from the Volibear.
Can't quite get it though.
The Elise is just going to have to run away now after seeing 3 members of Dunwoody. But the TP is coming in from the Renekton, so now they're going to be re-engaging on this. And it looks like Dunwoody might be able to get this Rift Herald. Annie landing a lot of damage on to the Elise, and Elise managing to land a cocoon onto the Annie and gets another kill for the team. That TP was very, very crucial there from Karibu, causing the members of Eastern Kentucky to split up there. That Annie was completely isolated in that situation. And 3 members of Dunwoody were just able to collapse on the Annie. That's going to be a massive shutdown goal, and putting a stop to the dominance of the Annie right now. The gold is going over to the Pantheon, which is... Oh! Bot side, we have another 2-on-2 going on right now. And it looks like that we're going to land another massive Renata ult. Iki Coffee at full HP right now, trying to keep the Varus alive, and they're gonna
Ooh,
manage
and
to
they
land
will.
that solo kill on the Kaisa. Bubble is barely alive right now, slowly kiting away from this Nautilus, and Nautilus is at 1 HP right now, lands the root, but it's on the wrong target. And another 2 kills are going to go to the way of Dunwoody. And topside, we're going to get that Rift Herald down, and we're going to get another kill for Dunwoody, but it's going to cost one person's life in the bot side. Back in topside, we have another 2-on-1 going right now. Bubble is just trying to run away from this Annie, and Annie manages to land that Q off onto the Varus. Lots of damage there. Annie getting 2 kills on her own. Very, very strong right now. The members of Dunwoody in the bot side getting a little bit too aggressive, but over on the top side, they're able to get that turret as well. That was a bit of a bloodbath right there towards top side and the bot side of the map. Scoreline is 9-10. There's a slight gold lead for Dunwoody, but with those 2 dragons on Eastern Kentucky, they're going to need to show a little bit more presence towards this bot side jungle. And it looks like the members of Eastern Kentucky are just trying to clear some vision, prepare to take this next dragon. And it looks like Dunwoody are also trying to do the same right now. Oh, Nautilus is going to land a massive Q onto the Elise, and Elise is just going to have to try to escape, but he's able to live. Oh, but not for long, as the Annie's going in for another solo kill. 3 members collapsing on the 2 of Dunwoody. And Renata is going to land a massive Renata ultimate, causing 3 members to all attack each other. Bubble is going to be taking a lot of damage, just manages to actually live there due to Renata. Oh, massive, massive damage here. Bubble's not going to live for much longer. And it's going to be 2 kills for 2 kills. But the Dunwoody jungler there is going to fall, which most likely is going to result in this dragon being given to Eastern Kentucky. But it looks like Zeus is trying to prevent that from happening, managing to land a stun right there along with Iki Coffee. But the damage is not there, and the Gwen is just managing to do a lot of damage in return and retaliate against Iki Coffee right now. Iki Coffee barely staying alive, and there Iki Coffee goes. 2 members of Dunwoody are able to pick up that kill on Gwen. However, it looks like there's going to be a little bit of a fight going down here. And are they going to manage to land a steal? And Dunwoody manages to steal the dragon right there. Karibu with just an auto attack. Oh, and along with that, it looks like the volley bear is going to be falling as well. 12-14, and that's the first dragon that Dunwoody's gotten right now.
You know, I'm surprised. Dragon's 2-1, yet Dunwoody still seems to have the advantage right now, which I didn't see this coming.
This game is definitely been getting a little bit chaotic here. Lots of skirmishes towards the jungle. And right now it just looks like 3 members are going to be trying to siege down this turret. And Nautilus is just going to be able to clear these 2 minions. There's just not a big enough wave for them to take this tower. But after that long fight in the bot side jungle, it's going to result in 12-15, favoring Dunwoody, along with a 2,000 gold lead. And the volley bear is just going to be trying to collect his camps here and continue scaling up. It looks like Zeus is back in the game though, 3-4. Previously was 2-4. Continuing to farm up mid and trying to get this turret. 3-on-3 again, another skirmish is going on, and Iki Coffee is going to be ending up getting picked off there. Varus is also caught in his lonesome and is trying to run away, but he's not going to live much longer. And Dunwoody there getting a little bit too aggressive, overextending, trying to push the mid turret, and it's going to result in them dying. It looks like the members of Eastern Kentucky are just trying to grab this Baron right now. The members of Dunwoody are surrounding them, and Elise is going to be getting targeted on by, Elise is targeting the Gwen right now. Gwen's just trying to go in on the Elise, and barely going to manage to live there. Nautilus barely missing that Q on the Elise. And it looks like Dunwoody's just trying to steal this Baron right now. 5 members of Eastern Kentucky in the jungle, and they're all going to end up collapsing on the Elise. And Elise is not going to be able to live much longer. Baron going the way of Eastern Kentucky right now, 18-15 scoreline.
Tough loss for the Hawks there, but they'll just have to go on the defensive now and try and hold them off. Some people are asking in the comments, no 1 kill and we do not win. Blue is trying to wreck Red's Nexus, and Red is trying to get to and destroy Blue's Nexus. As you can see, the towers, there's 3 towers in each lane, and you work your way through the towers, and then you get to the inhibitor. Then once you kill the inhibitor, then your team spawns stronger minions. And then next is 2 more turrets, and then the Nexus. So that's the end goal here.
And that Baron buff is just going to allow Eastern Kentucky to continue sieging. The Baron buff provides a big buff towards the minions that help siege down those turrets. Looks like the next big objective that's going to be coming up is this dragon. Mountain Soul is going to help destroy large objectives like those turrets and other large epic monsters. And Eastern Kentucky are in a prime position in the mid lane, in river, with lots of control near the bot side jungle. And another massive stun landing on it, and ooh, it looks like Icky Coffee is overextending a little bit there. Getting hit by that Nautilus Q again. And that's going to result in another death right there. Looks like Lussa just trying to fend off these waves, but gets hit by that Annie stun. The Annie Tibbers is just going to result in a stun and another kill favoring Eastern Kentucky. Topside, looks like we've got Gwen trying to get some more damage on that tower, taking a lot in response. And Eastern Kentucky is just going to begin sieging down this mid lane. Getting all those minions, and now beginning to siege the inhibitor. 4 members of Eastern Kentucky on this inhibitor. 3 members of Dunwoody trying to defend it right now. And topside, we just have Karivu trying to fend off this topside turret. Not able to do much there. And the members of Eastern Kentucky begin trying to rotate into the Dunwoody blue side jungle, just taking away all their monsters and all the gold. Playing the war of attrition now. They do scale much harder. And it is looking like an uphill battle for Dunwoody right now. We got the members of Eastern Kentucky trying to get this next dragon here, and it's going to be putting them on soul point. 4 dragons for them is going to result in another massive buff coming out for all members of the team. Right now, Eastern Kentucky is on 3 right now. 1 more, and they're going to be getting massive buffs across each member of the team with that Mountain Soul. Looks like Zeus is on his own right now in the bot side, trying to split push this wave. 4 members of Eastern Kentucky wait in the fog of war for him, though. Over on top side, looks like Dunwoody's trying to get a little bit proactive on this Gwen here. Gwen's getting a little bit too far, but she's just going to be able to dash away there, away from Karivu. Anticipating the aggression coming as a response towards the top side. Eastern Kentucky continuing to take a lot of the farm of Dunwoody right now. And the bot side duo is just going to continue sieging this turret, and they're going to back off here, not wanting to get too risky. Not wanting to give Dunwoody a way back into this game. Icky Coffee and Bubble just continue farming those waves, trying to stall for as long as they can. Pretty soon, though, that Mountain Drake is going to be spawning in. And another fight's going to have to happen. Which could possibly decide the game. If Eastern Kentucky are able to take this bot side dragon, they'll be at a massive advantage with the Mountain Soul. But if Dunwoody collapses in on them, they might be able to win here. But oh, top side, we have two members of Dunwoody getting another kill on the enemy Gwen. Oh, Gwen barely managing to live, and coming with a massive ultimate. Those needles doing so much damage to Karivu and Lusk over there, the Elise and Renekton, and they're both gonna end up falling. And Bubble almost manages to land that Q snipe onto the enemy Gwen, but she's gonna be able to live at a sliver of HP right now. It was a nice setup from Dunwoody there with two members collapsing on that Gwen, but it looks like we're at the point in the game where Gwen is already so strong she's able to take on two people at once. And over at the bot, it looks like Eastern Kentucky is just going to be split pushing 3 top side, 2 bot, and the 2 members bot side are just going to be rotating towards that mid area to try to finish off this inhibitor. $19-15, a 7,000 gold lead favoring Eastern Kentucky right now. It looked like a relatively strong early game from Dunwoody, with a little bit of too much aggression in some areas of the map. It's going to result in Eastern Kentucky being able to capitalize. And he's landing a stun off on the Renekton, and Renekton's just able to dash away there for free. And Eastern Kentucky's just going to get this Baron for free. No contest from Dunwoody whatsoever, and they're all going to be resetting there, spending all that earned money from the last 5 minutes. And it looks like they're all just going to begin barreling down mid to get one last team fight off and try to finish off those 2 turrets and the Nexus. The members of Dunwoody just trying to stall and get as much gold as possible in preparation for the next fight. Looks like Annie's gonna be getting that blue buff, getting a little bit more mana for. We got Zeus going in bot lane right now against this Gwen. Gwen is looking very, very strong right. 3 with 209 CS. Oh, and Zeus is gonna be collapsing onto the Gwen, and they're trying to get a little bit of a fight off here, but Dunwoody's not ready, and neither is Eastern Kentucky. The rest of this team is just not there. Icky Coffee landing a little bit of a root off onto the Nautilus, but not the ideal target for it to land on. And he's taking a lot of damage, and the Renata ult's going to land on 2 members of Eastern Kentucky, and it looks like there's not enough follow-up there. The members of Eastern Kentucky are just grouping up together, trying to help each other out here. And Dunwoody is trying to get on the aggressive side here, trying to push into their jungle. And oh, it looks like Zeus is going to be going in with a ultimate, going into 5 members of Eastern Kentucky, and is going to end up dying 3. And the members of Dunwoody are looking very, very split up right now. A triple kill for Kaisa, and there is a quadra kill for Kaisa. All 5 members of Dunwoody are now down, and they're just going to begin sieging down this bot side turret. Eastern Kentucky right now just being able to completely outplay the Dunwoody roster in the bot side fight right there. Splitting up each member of the team. Dunwoody looking very uncoordinated. They're not playing together. And the Nexus of Dunwoody is going to fall, and Eastern Kentucky lead the game 1-0.
It's tough going into a series with a loss like this, but I'm pretty confident that the Hawks can bring it back. Thank you, Jackie. For anybody watching, I was joined today by Jackie Luo, aka Rocket, our Valorant captain, and also a phenomenal League of Legends player. So thank you, Jackie. Is there anything you'd like to say to recap this before we go to a standby?
I think it looked like a really nice start from Dunwoody. However, once they got that small lead, they got a little bit too aggressive and were able to fall prey to the bait setups that the jungle and mid created together, and creating favorable 2v1 situations against the mid, and slowly coming back into the mid game. And once they got to the point of the team fights, it just looked like a collapse on the side of Dunwoody. Just so many solo plays, and no one's really playing together there. It looked very, very separated. But in this next game, I'd like to see Dunwoody play a little bit more cohesively and rely on each other and try to defend each other, similarly to how Kentucky was right now. But overall, pretty solid game.
Agreed. That was a good one.
And we'll see you
So, yeah.
guys in the next game.
We'll go and stand by now. Thank you for watching. We will be back in about 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Welcome. We are back to match 2 in the series against East Kentucky University. The EKU is currently leading the Dunwoody Hawks 1-0. This is a best of 3 series though, so the Hawks, they have a bit of an uphill battle, but I'm confident that they can do it. I think they have the skill. They were just a little scattered last game, but they seem to have come together for this one.
You can't take it with you, so give it to me.
Minions have spawned. team's turret has been destroyed. team's turret has been destroyed. destroyed.